For this recipe, I used 2 medium-sized tomatoes, half an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 7-ounce packages of spaghetti, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, a tablespoon or so of sesame chili oil, 2 cups of raw vegetables, and a couple tablespoons of margarine. Welcome to another edition of Dave and Shecky's Groovy feedback recipe. Is that feedback?
Try it again.
No. Is that feedback?
No.
What is it?
It's an analog patch here.
Oh. To the analog patch review show. No, it's the recipe cooking show. Da 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 da.
Cooking show.
Oh, okay. Today we're making a stir-fry pasta concoction that's really easy. I listed the ingredients just before. Very few ingredients. Somewhat healthy. I do put margarine and olive oil in it, but it's really tasty. And by the way, I'm Shecky.
I'm Dave back here. Over here.
My musical accompaniment. And unfortunately, because of the angle of the camera this week, you're gonna get this view. So sometimes I'll sneak in and make eye contact with you, but most of the time you're gonna get a better shot. So first we're going to chop up the garlic. Best way to do that, leave the skin on and just crush it with your mitts. When you do that, the skin comes off pretty easy. See that? Wonderful. It's a little sticky and somewhat gross. Anywho, I shall chop this now. Doesn't have to be pretty. This isn't the food channel. This is you in your kitchen making some shit you're gonna eat soon. Maybe there's a little edge on the garlic you don't want to include. That would be fine. Skin got in there. This was 3 cloves of garlic. 3 cloves of garlic. If you want more, use more. If you don't want any, you must not be Italian. In this frying pan of mine, I already have 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil. I don't have it on yet. Half an onion. Try to go garlic if you can. Try to go organic if you can. If you can't, I hear you. exceptionally high altitude. I'm going to start my water boiling now because it takes a little longer up in these pots. In this goes into the frying pan. Now I'll turn the fire on for this. I feel like I'm in Galaga. For you youngsters out there, no finer arcade game to throw a quarter in than Galaga. Right?
What's that?
I said there's no finer arcade game to throw a quarter in than Galaga. Or do you disagree?
That's a good contender.
Well, what's your favorite, not pinball, but arcade game from back in the day?
Let me come back to you on that.
So I'm washing my hands, and I have to tell you that you probably know this already, but if you don't, if you've chopped onions and garlic and your hands are stinky, just rub them on something stainless. Lucky for me, I've got a stainless faucet, and I am now rubbing vigorously. It works. It works 80% all of the time, or something like that. All right. Now I will chop these fine tomatoes. Now, if you watched my show when I had it in New York City, you'll know I hate the shitty tomato, and that's this part. I hate getting a sandwich and having this part of the fucking tomato on it. And every time I get a sandwich with tomato, you bet I'm checking for the shitty tomato. So I cut around that. Remember that whole shitty tomato thing?
She doesn't like the shitty tomato.
I don't like the shitty... It's really not even the shitty tomato, it's the shitty part of the tomato.
What's that, the green part? The white part?
That, whatever the core is called. I don't even know what it's called, actually. So, the onions and the garlic are getting together very nicely. I don't know if you can see. There we go. I'm not sure, but I think I just want an extra man. Of course, now I don't remember exactly where I put the camera before, so I'm going to lower this a bit. Give it another stir. And actually, this is now the time when I will shamelessly put some margarine in there as well. Tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. We're using the Earth Balance. using the earth balance. I guess it's healthier. I like to tell myself that. Oh, excellent. Now sounds like it's a Doctor Who themed video game, and the Daleks. Daleks are coming. Exterminate. So for the tomatoes, other than cutting out the shitty part, I don't skin them. These are organic-ish. So, skins and all. My friend Kale Flowers tells me the skins are the most nutritious part of everything. So, Kale's the man when it comes to that. Right, Dave?
Yes, he certainly is.
See?
Avocados, all that stuff.
Avocados, baby.
All that good stuff.
Now, as you see, I am scooping up with the knife, and that's most definitely hazardly. So, don't do that. Use a spatula. Shitty tomato getting cut away. Doctor Who. And also the tomatoes, they reduced down quite a bit. So you don't have to feel like you have to chop them finely. Just cut them up and the best you can. And toss them in. They will, I swear, they will reduce and it won't even matter. We had a spatula go missing, so I'm not sure what happened to it, but if it was still here, I would be using it right now. So far, just to recap, it's been 3 cloves of garlic, half an onion, and 2 tomatoes. And 2 tablespoons olive oil and 2 tablespoons of margarine. Tomatoes are reducing. Onions and garlic are translucent. Water is coming to a boil. Not quite yet, but soon. This is a bag of veggies. There are many kinds of bags of veggies. They're pre-cut and pre-washed and easy, easy, easy. So I use about 2 cups of these, give or take. Now they're already cut, but I cut them down a little bit more because there's some carrots in there that are maybe a little bit bigger than bite size. guess if you're not vegetarian, you can put in, you know, veggies and then chicken or beef or whatever. Just pick through and toss out inappropriate broccoli florets. There aren't many, but they do exist. Make sure Dave is in there. Also, right about now, you might want to add the
Dana Carvey.
Add the Dana Carvey.
Chopping broccoli.
Chopping broccoli. No. Your Dynasty Sesame Chili Oil, which I believe can be found in the international aisle. And let me tell you something about the international aisle. Well, don't you know anything that's a little bit more Cinco de Mayo?
That, I don't want to be politically incorrect.
Well, alright.
If I think of something that's safe for me to play, I will.
Okay. I mean, anything by Jerry Garcia, right?
How about West Side Story?
Oh, Maria, I just met... That's not Mexican. Are they Mexican? I thought they were like Cuban.
See? I'm politically incorrect. They're Puerto
That's why
Rican.
I said play some Jerry Garcia because he's Mexican.
He's also Jewish.
So?
He's Juicican.
I don't know that... I think maybe we might have to cut that out. I don't know. Is that a bad word, Juicican? I'm kidding. Of course we're not cutting it out.
It's a bad word.
You're a bad word.
It's not the word, it's the thought behind it.
Well, you're thinking bad thoughts about Jerry Garcia?
I'm thinking he juices a lot. He's like a guy, a juicer.
He's not a juicer. He has passed away. Almost 10 years
In
now.
the words of Rush Limbaugh, just another dead junkie.
I'm sorry, the Rush Limbaugh?
Rush Limbaugh.
Everybody Limbaugh?
Like Timbaland. Rush
Yeah.
Limbaland. He's a new rapper for the right wing.
Hello. So I've got a top that fits my lovely frying pan. Let me tell you something about this frying pan. It's awesome. It's a Calphalon. Water is boiling. Don't know if you can see that. So this is on... Right now I have it on medium. Medium's really all it needs. Ah, fuck it. I'll put it on medium high since I've been yapping. So, you see this pasta? I'm gonna give you a little tip. If you are poor or frugal, you want to get your pasta not from the pasta aisle. You want to get it from the international aisle. Now this is something I learned way back when I was living in the East Village and I had not a cent. And I would go to the Seatown. What are the other local? Seatown and what other?
Was it Safeway?
In New York City? No.
No. See, I don't even remember.
You don't remember. Okay, Seatown was like, you know, not your high-end grocery store. But anyway, every grocery store has an international aisle. And in the international aisle, in the Spanish section, In New York City, it was Goya. Goya made pasta that was way cheaper. They also made tomato sauce that was way cheaper than, like, you know, your ragouts, your pragos. On the West Coast, it's pagasa. This is literally, they charge 25 cents a package, regardless of what shape the pasta is. And this is 7 ounces. So for 50 cents, you're almost getting a pound. I can't let go of my international aisle love of cheap pasta that has been ongoing now since 1996. What did I say? That Jerry Garcia died almost 10 years ago? That's 20 years ago.
95.
Fuck. Jesus. Yes, sometimes things make you feel, ooh. Anywho, seriously, the international aisle, the pasta. They have some Goya shit here, but not like they did in New York City. But this pasta is 25 cents! Fucking amazing.
I used to get the Goya peach nectar.
Oh, in the cans.
Yeah, it used to always taste like the can.
It tasted like the can, but it was really good.
Damn good can.
I haven't seen that around in a while. What would you call this style of music you're sharing with us?
Oh, this is like abstract techno. It's cutting edge.
Okay. Okay. The pasta needs to cook for 9 minutes. And even though we are at a higher elevation, that seems to not change. The amount of time we need to boil water does change. The amount of time this particular pasta needs to cook does not. So 9 minutes it is. And in 9 minutes, we'll be back with a different angle on the camera and more day.
Thank you very much.
Hi again. The spaghetti's almost done. And again, you know, you could use literally any pasta. We're just using spaghetti. This I should have attended to a little bit more, but I was busy changing the camera angles and forcing Dave to relocate and then relocate again. So you do need to stir this, unless you're using a non-stick, and then you don't. I mean, you should, but it's not nearly as crucial. Now I'm going to drain the spaghetti and hope I don't knock the camera over. Dave will entertain you with his music while I do that.
Uh-oh.
What?
I can only get too close to a certain song without being flagged.
What?
I can't play. I gotta stop before we get too close to a song, because we might get flagged.
Oh.
So you can go like this. Now, I mean, that could be Cowgirl in the Sand, but it's probably not. I mean, now that could be something, but it's probably not.
I met her in a pub.
I mean, it could be that, but I don't know about that.
The spoon is not cutting it. Oh dear Lord, where are the tongs?
Over there.
Oh dear Lord. Oh, here they are. Tongs! Thing at the end of the tongs, if you pull it or push it in, the tongs get wider. Pull it out, and the tongs get narrow. Ice cubes, spaghetti. Ice cubes, spaghetti. Arcade game, Dave, you've had quite a bit of time to think. Did you not go to the arcade?
Yeah, but I kind of stopped going like by the time Pac-Man started happening.
Yeah, but Galaga is before Pac-Man.
I used to play Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Then we played Asteroids.
Asteroids.
Which was terrible.
Defender.
I used to play Boot Hill.
What's that?
Really bad shooting game based on a western shootout.
Was that like a multiplayer where they'd have like the big rifles attached to the game?
Yes, exactly. Or no, it wasn't a rifle. It was like a pistol, a big pistol in a holster.
And what were you shooting people or things?
Yeah, you were shooting another. You were the white cowboy, and you were shooting the black cowboy.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
That's terrible. If you made that up, I'm gonna be angry. Not really, but.
spaghetti. I had like it shifted and very primitive stuff.
Yeah, I used to go to
like it was 50 cents was the most I ever paid. It's not, by the time I started getting more than 50 cents, I was done with it.
There was one that was 50 cents that was like, oh shit, what was it called? It was like, it had a knight. You were like the knight, and it was almost like...
a bird? Joust?
Joust!
I never get the hang of that one.
I would put 50 cents into Joust and then die immediately because I had no idea what you were supposed to do. But, you know, in the early 80s, or whatever that was, that shit was insane. You were like, what the fuck? Because you're going from Space Invaders to Joust, and it's like going from, you know, Ren and Stimpy to Pixar or something. You know, you're still having fun with the first one, but the second one is mind-blowing. In the end. So if you have Parmesan cheese, add it. We don't. We're just gonna do salt and pepper, the vegetables, and the olive oil, and the margarine, all, and that chili oil. I cannot recommend this enough. It puts just a nice little amount of heat in there, and it's a favorite. Did we not interact enough today?
Me and you?
Well, yeah, we're the only ones here.
Well, I'm just trying to play the music, so it's hard sometimes.
Are you, you want plates or bowls?
Bowls.
White or blue?
That's up to you.
Let's do blue. Dave is hungry. This is why he's given up. He's hangry. That sounds like some Vangelis shit right there.
What is it?
Vangelis? He did the music for Blade Runner.
Right.
Alright, so I'm not the best server. But it's going to taste delicious, and he's dying for it, which is why he's... Tell him you're hangry.
I'm hungry.
See? There you go. I hope you enjoyed this.
I need some meat for it.
Okay, goodbye.